don't know a language. And if I just tell you one single word of that language, like Dankeschön, it means thank you in German. If you didn't know this, and if you remember this video, you would remember that word as well, because you don't know German. But if I were to speak German till the end of this video, would you remember every single thing that I said? Did you know that you can learn any skill by practicing 30 minutes and only 30 minutes a day? My name is Darkimes, and today I'm going to be explaining my philosophy of using only 30 minutes of your day for learning any skill. Let's get into it. So when I started with learning, because I do self-study a lot, so I bought so many books and I wanted to read as much as possible. At first, I chose to read more than 10 pages. And even with that, I saw that I didn't have any big improvement in my life, even after learning 10 pages a day. So I was concerned with different ways of communication. I was watching tens of videos every single day. So I was occupying my time with learning how to communicate or anything that I was concerned in. And there were some other lessons that I tried to understand. So I made them once a week, and every one of them 1 hour every single day. But it didn't really work. And the reason is that you spend so much time in one particular skill at a time. You are using 3 hours, but that system doesn't work. Because if you learn 3 hours of one thing a day, you don't understand everything of it very quickly. And one thing I've understood about our minds in an experimental way, because I don't think of it in a scientific way, is that whatever we just give to our brains with a very small amount, it captures it very, very well. But if you give tons of information at a time, you don't nail everything. And instead, you would get a full structure of what happened. And because your brain is in some ways structured to learn things that are very small at one time. That's why so many people tell you that repetition is more important, and spaced repetition is based on that. You have to just repeat something after 2 days, after 4 days, 8 days, and you just chronologically add to those days, more days, and you repeat that thing. Another reason is that we absorb so many information in our brains every single day, whether it be the things that we want to learn or even the things that we don't want to learn. There are some occasions in our life that we want to forget, but even our brains, they are more sensitive to those informations. And let's say a trauma that happens to someone in his childhood, he never forgets that. He never forgets that because his brain memorizes everything, and whatever takes your attention in some ways, it'll stick to your brain. But you can't use that in practice. Therefore, I'm telling you, you have to use another system. So what I do now, and instead of studying for about 1 hour to get to reach a goal that I have, I use 20 minutes. Back at those times, I was reading 10 pages a day. It depends on people. For some people, 10 pages a day could be very much, or for some other people who read, let's say, 80 pages a day, it's not a lot for them. So, and instead of that, I just made it 15 minutes a day. And in 15 minutes, with note taking and everything, you would just read 1 or 2 pages of that book. And now I retain better. I understand that particular book that I'm rereading better. I understand, I have better comprehension to those topics that the book is targeting, and whatever else I wanted to learn. And instead of putting them once a week, so Sunday for communication, and the second day for another skill, and the Monday for another skill, and Thursday for another skill, every one of them 1.5 hour or 1 hour a day, I made them 15 minutes. The most I could give to one particular skill a day was 30 minutes. Let's say a teacher comes to the class and he says, I don't want to talk, I just want to tell you one thing. He tells you one sentence. Let me find out. You don't have to make this your identity. You should claim that it is something outsider. And it's about confidence. If you don't have confidence, you don't have to make it an identity. If he just comes and tells you this, tomorrow, if you have a nerve-wracking moment, you would just remember this. But if he were to tell you tens of ways to remove nerve-wracking moments in your presentation, you would not remember any one of them. And that's why I'm telling you that instead of using tens of hours in waste, you have to just use 30 minutes of your day for that particular skill you want to use. And one thing I have to tell you before you go is that if you do a quick math of 1 week that you've spent half an hour in one particular skill, you'd get more benefits than hours of you wrestling with that particular topic, which doesn't serve you well. If you're more interested in other videos, check out this channel or this video that is proposed for you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.